when I did a talk in kind of mid-September at the first meet about innovation and innovation within our kind of work culture, I deliberately didn't get into the kind of science of how we run our experiments, partly because we only really just started the process, partly because I wasn't involved in that much at the time, but I was very conscious that it was quite a complicated process to actually kind of run experiments and figure out if experiments are valid or not. So the kind of focus of that first presentation was really more on the kind of culture you need to put in place in order to be able to start running an experimentation process. So just a quick recap of people who were in there. What we spoke about in that meeting was about how you need to have a kind of a hierarchy within the business that allows the CEO to set the mission for the business and the directors to define the objectives based on that mission. And then from there come the strategies. Now Mark was talking about areas of focus. The terminology for these things kind of changes all the time. It almost seems to change for the seasons. This missions, objectives, strategies, tactics lay out the kind of standard BA practice of this stuff. But strategies is what we kind of refer to as areas of focus now. They're strategic areas of focus. Those are the things that go on the roadmap as kind of areas where we need to kind of concentrate. And the tactics is what kind of Mark was talking about, initiatives. Those are the little individual items that we're delivering in the squads. If you get that culture right, you can effectively be confident you're generating the right kind of tactics initiatives because it kind of maps back up to the overall mission of the business. If you don't have that structure, you can be coming up with some of the greatest innovative ideas in the world, but it doesn't map to what your business actually needs at this point in time. So we sort of touched on that stuff to start with. So what that model will give you, if you follow it through, is an opportunity to generate a ton of ideas at the bottom. But the challenge then is you've got a ton of ideas, how do you figure out which ones you're going to build? So we try to focus on one strategy at a time. Whilst when we're generating those ideas, we try to work out the following. How much approximate effort is involved in building out each idea? What is its value to the business? Now quite often you're not really comparing apples with apples in this, so it becomes a bit of a sort of a comparative scaling thing. It's like this idea is this idea is this, and it's worth more or less to the business. So it's not precise science at this point, but you can kind of start to map out which ideas you think will deliver the most value. How time critical is it? Is this something you need to do right now? Are your competitors doing this, or is there days they'll do a beat to market on it? And if you do this idea, what future things might it enable? And what that allows you to do is to kind of give an approximate score for what the value to the business of the idea and how much effort is required. And then what we do is we plot it on a crosshair. We have these dirty, great big crosshairs on the wall, and we plot our ideas on them based on how much effort is involved and how much value is involved. It's a sliding scale. Those different quadrants you can kind of associate with how valuable and how much effort is involved. So the things in this quadrant here are low effort but high value. So these are things you should be doing right now. This stuff over here is high effort, but it's also high value. But because it's high effort, can you break it down any smaller? Can you get some value, release some value easier out of those things? Things down here, you might want to do because they're low effort, but if you've got stuff up here, you should really do that stuff first. And these things over here, avoid them. It's going to be a lot of effort, you're not going to get a lot of value from them. So when you've gone through that process, identify what your quick wins are and what your wild cards are. Quick wins, definitely do them. So pull those ones out. Wild cards, you might have a couple of them that you think, it's a great idea that, and it's worth investing the additional effort in to get that value out. Pull those things out, and you've suddenly got yourself a little backlog, and you've got six ideas there that we're going to progress with. So, our lean experimentation process. So we've gone through our kind of ideation process there, we've generated 6 ideas. What do we do then? So, when we first started out this process, we didn't do a lot of analysis. We were so keen to start experimenting, we were so keen to be really lean. We just started experimenting all over the place, and we didn't do a lot of thinking up front, and it became a bit of a mess, and we got a bit confused. Really hard for the business to kind of understand and appreciate what we were doing. So we put some effort in now, whereby any idea that goes on our boards is categorised as one of the following types. An idea is either an established idea, which tends to be something that's completely new. This is something that people haven't seen before. So what we want to do with those established tickets is we want to establish if people like that idea, if it's got any value moving forwards. They might not, so that tends to be the quickest and cheapest thing we can possibly. Once we've established an idea, we then want to explore it further, so we want to come up with different variations on that idea. So you might have an idea that's established and people think that's great, but you might think, oh, we could implement this in any number of different ways. So what you're doing there is you're exploring the different options you've got as to how you can possibly deliver what you've just established. And lastly, we have evolve. So once you've gone through the explore step and you kind of narrow down what the best execution is, you then want to evolve that execution to make sure that you know as much about it as you possibly can, and you've explored all the options that are available to it before you put it into build. The intention of this is that any ticket that actually hits the board and goes into full delivery, you've gone through this process and you've narrowed it down so that everything you build, you can be really confident that you're doing the right thing. Now this process, Mark will look for this, it's actually given us some really valuable metrics. So the process we go through this is very different to what the delivery process is, because a lot of these tickets will go through the board and then come back round again and go round and round again. What we've learned from labelling these tickets in this way is that established tickets take 2 weeks, explore tickets take 3 weeks, and evolve tickets take 4 weeks, because of the different methodologies that we use to do those tickets, which is what you guys are going to talk about today. So that's an example of what one of our tickets looks like. So you can see it's got evolve as the first word in it. So anybody who looks at the board can go, okay, so we've got a couple of ideas that are completely greenfield, that are just at the beginning of their journey. We've got a couple of ideas that are midway through the journey, and a couple of things that might actually make it through to being built. In terms of the analysis, every ticket that we do, we make sure now that it has a hypothesis, and this is basically a statement of what we expect it to achieve. So there's an example of one of our hypotheses there, back at the side there. We also make sure that every experiment has one single-minded purpose. So when we started out this process, we would run an experiment and it was like, it might be this, it might be that, it might achieve this, it might achieve that, but what if it achieved one or two of those things, but not all of them? Is it a success or is it not? So now we try to basically make sure our experiments are as single-minded as possible, so at the end of the process you can go back, did you do it or did you not? There's no kind of multivariate stuff going on. So this is an example of one of our pieces of acceptance criteria. All this stuff goes in the ticket in the analysis phase, and then it gets handed over to the teams for that. So I'm joined today by two guys who live and breathe this stuff every day, Mark and Adam, who are going to take you through now the different types of tickets that we do, establish, explore, evolve, and talk about this kind of the science that goes into the stuff that they do.
Thanks, Tom. So Tom's handed over a hypothesis, as you mentioned, and it's my role to start to establish and explore that idea. And one of the best ways that we find is through face-to-face user research. Now, the first question we're going to ask is to survey or not to survey, said Shakespeare. Shall we put it into a survey? It's the lowest, cheapest way to validate a method or an idea. We have a subset of users that we can speak to at any point. We can send it out via Twitter or Facebook. It has a bunch of questions that we've sat together and have agreed that we'll explore that idea further. This is an example of just a page of that report that comes out of that survey. We've put an idea into that group and we've asked them, what do you feel about this particular idea or execution of that idea? It's useful, it's a great starting point. Hopefully no one here will build a product or an idea just from that. Okay, we know that 1 in 4 respondents responded well, 65% were good and above, but it's really not enough to actually take that idea forward. At that point it's time to do a co-design session or a design jam as we call them. The point of this session is to actually take that idea and think about what are the different ways we can execute on that idea. And we ask each participant to draw 6 different ways that they can execute that idea. Now what you'll find is everyone off the top of their head will come up with a couple of ideas straight off, but when you reach to that 5th or 6th idea, it's a bit like going to the gym. When you get to the end of your reps, you're struggling, so that's what we get with 6 ideas each. We plot them on a wall and then we dot vote which we feel are the best ideas. Now what you should come up with at the end of that session is 2 or 3 great ideas that you all agree to go and validate, right? If you have any more, there's a problem. If you have any less, there's a problem. You'll find that most of the time you're going to agree on 2 or 3 of the best ideas to execute. Now this isn't just a bunch of designers, it's not just a bunch of UX researchers, it's actually a whole lot of people. So you can see we've got technical people in the room, we've got the user represented through user research, we've got market research represented, marketing represented. It's a whole bunch of people who are going to have impact on that initial idea. So the purpose of that co-design session, and it only has to last an hour or two. Quick tip, by the way, get some food involved, get some pizza, get some bacon butties. You can draw a line, a correlation between the number of calories in the session and the number of people that actually turn up to it, trust me. You get those 2 or 3 ideas, and then you're ready to do some really good user research. The purpose of this session is to validate that hypothesis that Tom's handed over. So we're now going to explore that. We're now going to go to user research, and we're going to ask 6 of our customers, 6 well-screened customers. Why do we choose 6? There's a chap called Don Norman and Jakob Nielsen. These are the grandfathers of user experience and design. They say you only have to ask 6 people, because everyone after that will start to repeat what you've already heard. So you can go and ask 100 people if you want, but the chances are by the first 6 you've already heard whether or not the ideas will be successful or not. They need to be screened to represent your customer base. So we don't want people who are working IT or marketing unless that's your demographic. We want to represent different value bands. It needs to represent the full spectrum of your customer base. The interviews need to be one-on-one, so we're not talking focus groups, because you have ideas that can be shifted depending on the feel of the room. So one-on-one with the moderator. We want to ask open-ended questions. So why do you feel like that? Tell me more about that. What does that design mean to you? And we want to take them on a bit of an emotional journey map. So where we have an idea, we want to know what they think before, during, and after using the prototype. So those ideas that came from that design session that I was showing you go into a user experience designer, and they're going to prototype that for you. And this is now what we're going to show the users. The reason we do this, it might get convenient, is the process of understanding the impact of a design on an audience. That's the whole reason we do user research, is what's the impact of the design on the audience? What's the sentiment behind it? Do we take this idea forward into delivery? This is an example of me doing some user research in a lab, a slightly creepy CCTV footage version of it. So this is me sat with a user, I'm explaining to her the idea on a laptop here, and she's walking me through it, or rather, I'm walking her through it. I'm observing how she behaves, how she responds, I'm asking open-ended questions, everything that I've already mentioned, and sat in the room opposite is stakeholders, so we're talking product owners, marketing, anyone who's going to have impact on the product. That way, when I come back the next day and I report back to the group, I've got some confidence that there were other people there and they have faith in what I'm actually saying. Then we plot all the different screens of the prototype on the wall, and then we're going to wireframe that, we're going to post it at them. So everyone in that room is participatory observation, right? Everyone in that room is going to mark up on those screens what the user was saying, then we create an affinity map. Out the back of that, we should have something like this. A report. Feel free to put your own personality into that report. I just use smileys because I'm crazy like that. But it's visual, you get it straight away. Don't forget, stakeholders get so many reports every single day. They want something that they can just absorb really easily. So this is 2 different designs, or 2 different executions of an idea. And I've highlighted what the users liked, what they didn't, what they commented on, and if I can, I try and highlight which of the ideas was the overall winner. So we've explored the idea, we've explored the hypothesis, we're trying to prove whether or not it's going to be successful or not, and now I've come back to the group the next day and I've said, hey, you know what, this was received well, and this idea, this particular execution of that idea looks like it's going to be successful. Now what you could do now is go and build it, but if you want to take yourself to that next confidence step, you need to quantitatively validate that idea. This is your qualitative stuff, so the survey and the face-to-face user research. Now it's time for the quantitative stuff. So for that, I'm going to invite Adam, who's our software engineer, to explain the A/B testing side of things.
Thanks, Mark. So yeah, at this point we've got a pretty good idea of the execution of the idea we want to do. So this point is really finalising the details of that execution, and A/B testing is a great way to do that. So how does A/B testing work? Basically we use it to validate ideas by comparing the conversion rate of users in each group, depending the conversion rate of users with and without the new idea. So an easy way to explain it is with a nicely drawn diagram. So here you'll see two versions of our website. So we have one group called the control and one group called the challenger. The challenger is the group which contains our change. So in this instance you'll see I have the blue header. And what we do here, we split our traffic 50% to each group. And that means at the end we can compare the conversion rate between those two groups. So as you see in this example, 40% conversion rate in the top group and 45 in the bottom. So conversion rate for us means the percentage of users that spend money with us when they convert. And the reason why we have to split groups is because there's lots of other things going on at the same time as when we publish changes, such as promotions we're putting out, economic changes. You know, if it's payday at that time, people are likely to spend more. So by splitting our traffic, we can tell that what happens in this group of users. If we compare them, we know that the only thing that's been different is this change. So that 5% uplift in people spending with us can be attributed to that change we've done. So yeah, as Mark said, at this point, we really just need to finalise the last details of their execution. The ticket comes into the board, and the first stage it hits is something called elaboration. Here we get together and we go through the idea in good detail, and we kind of see whether A/B testing is definitely the right thing to do here. So we ask ourselves a few questions. The first one is, are we going to get enough users this is going to be valuable for? Because remember, at this stage, this is where we're trying to collect as much quantitative data as possible. So with like user testing and stuff like that, we've built up the qualitative, we kind of know why and how people feel about this idea. Now we really want to get as many users in as possible to see the idea and see if it really affects their behaviour. Second, we need to make sure it's buildable. So this is not only buildable for the test, but buildable in delivery as well. So if there's a lot of tech requirements or a lot of complexity around delivering this properly, it might not be the right time to do this test. Maybe there's other tests you can do at this point which can deliver slightly faster. And finally, it needs to be high impact. So when you put an A/B test out, you really need to believe that it's going to affect user behaviour. Because they do run for a certain number of weeks, you just want to make sure you're using your time wisely. So after we've decided that this idea is good to go into A/B testing, it goes through a pretty similar to the delivery process. So our idea will go through design, so that'll finalise the tweaks and give us a good visual. Then it will go through the same code implementation similar to what we do in delivery. So we'll build the A/B test in our code base. And then finally, it'll get QA'd as usual. When it goes live, that's where it slightly differs to a usual change that we publish. So it only goes out for a certain number of time, and that length of time, we want to put it out for the shortest amount of time that we can collect enough data to statistically tell which version is better. So the maths and stuff behind this is quite complex, so I won't go into it, but there's a few really easy indicators that you can use to make sure you're running the test for the right amount of time. The first one is expected views. So you need enough people in each group to statistically be confident when you get a result, like that 5% uplift in the first example, that you can believe that it's accurate. And you can expand that to your whole population of users. Secondly, your data needs to be consistent. So, for example, if you run a retail website where maybe most people spend money on Fridays, you're going to want to include a few of those Fridays in your test period. So you can make sure that, if anything goes wrong in the data, you can tell that it's kind of out of what you expect. And finally, expected uplift. So the bigger impact you think it's going to make to the way your users spend on your website, the less time you keep them in it for. The bigger the impact, the more confident you can be that when you put this live properly, that impact will stay. So when we've decided we've run a test for the right amount of time and we can be confident in the results, they end up in one of these three buckets. So they might sound self-explanatory. So we have successful, flat, and fail. Successful is when we definitely are confident that the challenger, so in the example of the blue header that we just put out, that does lead to an increase in people spending. Flat is when we're unsure. Now, often a lot of tests end in flat is down to some of the constraints I spoke about. So maybe you didn't get enough users in your group, or maybe the change you made didn't have enough impact on how users behave. And then fail. And that is when your current website actually performs better than the new changes done. So the important thing here is that although I put a giant big cross, fails and negative, it actually, you write an A/B test in a quick way to learn as quickly as possible. And if a change that you could have potentially pushed out to 150 customers is going to force people to spend less, that's a big positive. And overall, all of the learnings and stuff like that we get from this goes right back into the start of the discovery process. So as when Tom talked about the big matrix of ideas and stuff, all of the information from here helps us decide what ideas and whether we should do any more iterations on the test we've already done. So yeah, usually any tests that end up being successful, they go straight through to delivery. And if you stuck by what you said before, it should be really quick to build and deliver as well. So the value we've just discovered, we can get to all of our customers as soon as possible.
Thanks, Adam. Just a quick summary then, I guess, of the kind of key points of this. Up front, take time to categorize the tickets so that you can see what's going on, so you know what part of the journey that ticket's on. Make sure you've got time to analyse them fully. They need to have that single-minded purpose. If you find the tickets as you're big and they're trying to pull in 2 or 3 different directions, break them out and make them into individual tickets. And really, really, really importantly, make sure the hypothesis is communicated and agreed so that everybody understands why we're trying to achieve this thing. Take time to understand what a valid experiment needs. Now, there isn't a kind of a magic formula for this stuff, apart from what Mark talked about with 6 user stuff. If you're going to do A/B tests, you need to understand how many customers you've got and what their habits are. So you need to spend a bit of time getting that research in there. You need to spend a bit of time reading the formulas online and understanding them, and really kind of making sure that you know from what your experiment needs to do. It's really frustrating to wait 4 weeks and get something back in the market because there wasn't the customers in it, and you still want it's a good idea, you're going to put it around again. So kind of getting that upfront planning in place is really important. Really, really vitally, in the team and in the business, don't be afraid to fail. Failures are actually little successes, because as I touched on, you've actually identified something that you would have spent effort and time building that wouldn't have given any value. So by failing fast and failing cheaply, as you will do repeat folding processes, you've actually saved the business money. So we've now got a culture where the things that we decide not to do are almost as important as the things that we decide to do, because we're kind of avoiding mistakes. In the past, we've built things that have taken months and months and months that we should never have really done, and we try to avoid doing that now. And always learn from those failures. So if it's a failure, there's a reason why it's a failure. Up front, you thought it was a great idea, and when you scored those things at the beginning, you were confident they were going to deliver value, but your customers are telling you something different. So what are your customers feeling that you're not? Try and take that stuff on board. It can help to shape the next iteration of ideas. And also celebrate successes, because this stuff is really important. We've got a small team, and we don't get to deliver things, and we don't get to put things out, but we do get to direct the business and the way it goes. So it's really, really important to celebrate that stuff. And last but not least, this is our take on this process. Don't take this as gospel. This is kind of what we've learned in the last kind of 9 months or so. It will evolve and it will change. So put it through the same kind of rigor as you do with your regular squads. We have retros and we critique how we work, and we're always trying to change it and make it better. You can spot the bottlenecks, you can spot the pain points, and you can figure out ways of improving them. So that's kind of it. Anybody got any questions on that stuff? Cool. Right.